I'm very lucky to be a member of a workshop, an invited workshop with some very talented poets. And when I first joined it, it completely, I wrote one poem and then I didn't write anything for 6 months because they were so good. And the chair of the workshop, who shall be nameless, one night said to me, "Why don't you write about your block?" And this guy popped up into my head, my writing block. And after that I will... How many minutes have I got left? 5? 4?
At least 5.
At least 5. Okay, so 2 more poems after this. Block. Inside me, an East European poet is trying to get out. He's killing me. And I, with my recurring ear infections and job, am slowly stifling him. He has known political violence, with neither mortgage nor menses to distract him. He hates alliteration and strips his poems of accidental music. A glass is a glass and bread is bread. Appearances keep us from the thing itself. I've tried dropping the word quiddity into conversations to see where it might lead. This isn't working, you and me. You haven't written anything for months. When the house is quiet, the phone not ringing, I find his lines dangling like wire hangers with an austere beauty of their own. I'm not sure what to do with them. I keep up my pretenses, adding to my stock of special writing pens with different inks, and to the pile of notebooks by the bed. I find the blankness of their pages soothing. Blankness is the space around the poem, the one you actually get down upon the page. I stare at my screensaver of sky and clouds. For translators, his brevity must be a gift. Today I woke up from another dreamless sleep, convinced that I should let his talent out. Then he starts up. Your problem, Angel, is it's easier to love someone than be someone. After that, as far as I'm concerned, he can stay inside me. He can rot. Just 2 more. And this one is called New in Vilnius. I was really lucky to go and teach with my partner in Vilnius in Lithuania. And the poet Sean O'Brien once said that everybody has a default landscape that you really want to write about. His is Hull with its waterlogged landscape, and I think for me it must be Liverpool, so that wherever I go, every now and then something will resonate. A dark, interesting, creative, and often economically challenged place. And Vilnius is like that. It's a really brilliant place, but it's quite poor. Lots of people in pubs and cafes, and I loved it. And somehow it kind of makes you miss out on the present, and you join the past and the future. That's what I worked out after I'd written this poem anyway. New in Vilnius. I slipped away from you, down alleys into courtyards, glimpsed from the street, where your camera was absorbing cornices, stone angels, lines. To stand and hear the ramshackle 2-story houses breathing under wooden roofs which did not shine. A dog sometimes barked, but if no yard light came on, there was the dark and the shapes of living spaces under the soft cloth of sky. For moments at a time, I could be new, coming back to a room where the light hanging over the table was still a miracle, the blank sheets of paper used on one side a luxury. Under the small, smudged moon, a lover like you became a possibility. And when you came through the archway to find me, I'd be inside, warming my hands on the green radiator as it gurgled like the river against the cold. Sorry, I'm littering the floor with these yellow post-it. This is my last poem, and it's called White. I don't think I need to say anything other than it's a poem written in late middle age. How late you can guess, and perhaps you might want to know that somewhere it refers to, I think it's Montalent said, happiness writes white. That if you're happy, you can't write about it, because sadness is much more interesting. So, white. White's what you want. A house, a lake holding the pale sky steady for your midnight swim. Your feet ghosting through a garden so long and dark that you forget it's yours. It's too late. It's your commedia dell'arte smile as you sip reception wine and tell the artist how you love but can't afford her 5x4, the white on white. White must go on, not as in the radiance of eternity, but as towels kept separate for guests, voile curtains blurring the yard's bricks and the dustbin to ethereal. It's the high ground, watching snow drift across the rocks and huddling with friends in last year's jackets, playing five stones with your principals until your fingertips turn white. White is what you're not supposed to write. The scar on his long thigh, gored by a fence at the age of 5, where you sometimes lay your head and show him slowly you are grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joan. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that latte in the morning will never be quite the same again.